Now back to the HaneyBiz Project with investorpreneur Mark Haney.
Welcome back to the HaneyBiz Project, brought to you courtesy of accounting firm Clifton Larson Allen. I'm Mark Haney, and today I am joined by Cassandra Niklewski and Erica Kaestner, and they know a thing or two about a customer-driven business model. They are my business partners at Haney Garcia Realty Group, and you guys just opened a spot out there at the Palladio. Cassandra, tell us what you guys are doing out there in Folsom.
So we opened a spot at the Palladio. It is Haney Garcia Realty by Niklewski and Kaestner. So we're there in Folsom. We are at about 10 agents now, and we are trying to make a difference in our community. We're hiring people, we're selling houses, we're giving back to the community. We have a lot going on.
Okay, so Erica, let's talk to you a little bit. You two are business partners. The three of us, in a sense, are business partners because you're my partners on this. What are your thoughts? What kind of emotions go through your mind when you're opening up this super hot real estate project right there in the Palladio in Folsom?
Oh my gosh, we could not be more excited. It is absolutely exhilarating. Who else in Folsom has such a great location other than us? So I was that the quote they say, who has it better, or something like that, who has it better? We couldn't be more excited. Our agents are all pumped up. They're excited. Our grand opening is coming up on the 16th.
Nice.
And so we're really excited about that. I hope everybody can come and check it out.
Is there a part of you, I know sometimes when I've started businesses, there's a part of you that is nervous. Is there any of that trepidation, or is it, hey, we got this, babe?
I don't see it as being nervous. I don't know. Do you think? Are you nervous at all about it?
No, I think.
Go ahead, Cassandra.
No, I don't think so. It's been a long time coming. We've been working towards this together, and we joke that we are dominating the Folsom market, just the two of us. It's good for a couple soccer moms. So to be in this space and give back to other agents and other families and do it at a higher level and a more polished level, rather than, high-fiving each other as we pass each other by at appointments, is really nice to kind of just fall into place for us.
Well, Cassandra, let's touch on that a little bit. You say you are soccer moms. You're like, we're just a couple of soccer moms, but you're much more than that. You're building a business. It is thriving and relaunching in this cool location. How do you juggle all of that? That's got to be tough to be doing so much.
We were talking about this earlier with our team. I think the success comes from a team environment. To be on your own and just think that you're going to take over the real estate world or do all of this by yourself is it's just not able to be done with the time in your day. I have two little boys that are very important to me. I'm married to a firefighter, so we have a crazy schedule. Erica has 3 little boys and married to a correctional officer, so she has this crazy schedule. And with us being partners, in addition to all of the team members that we have now, it makes it able to be done.
Erica, tell me about your team. What does your team bring to this party, if you will?
Well, it's funny because back when Cassandra and I met, actually one of the things that she said then was, I have this vision of having a team with 5, or now it's more, but beautiful, successful people who are very strong. That's what we have now. We have very strong, a lot of them are parents, and so we kind of all get each other. It's nice to have a commonality, I guess you can say, with that. But strong women, strong men who want to start a business of their own and have a passion for real estate. Yeah,
that is something as a realtor. It's different than a regular job in that all realtors, in a sense, are entrepreneurs. It's their own business. Now you are providing a platform that allows them to grow. But why is Haney Garcia? Why is the Haney Garcia out there in your office in the Palladio? Why is it unique? How do you help them to grow their business?
Well, one thing that we really focus on, and one of the things that we loved about Haney Garcia when we partnered with Haney Garcia, is their devotion to the community. And so being able to plug into the community, whether it's with your children's sports or schools or your other families or the community, the administration of the community, just plugging into the community, we offer that a lot with our agents. Plus, we like to have our own little culture. We have fun. We have a lot of fun, and we just love being together. Whereas a lot of agents are on their own. They might work for a brokerage, but they never go in. They don't have, we want the agents to want to come, foster that community with the agents.
Yeah, I always say solitude is the death of an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It works that way whether you're a realtor or you're an electrician. It's alone is not as much fun. Thinking about what Erica said about the community, what kinds of things are you doing there beyond the sports, right? We know you guys are into sports. Yes. What other things do you envision doing in the community?
We do a lot already. So we are involved in all kinds of sports, as you mentioned. Our kids play soccer and football and baseball and just a plethora of things where we volunteer our time. We also both work at the schools. We're doing Socks for Soldiers.
Oh, yes.
We do a coat drive. We do Christmas lighting. We do Thanksgiving. I'm a member of Folsom Lake Rotary. Erica's been plugged into that. And gosh, it's countless things. And we really encourage our agents to, whatever they feel passionate about, to follow that piece of it. So if you don't love being in Rotary, but you like to do, something with children or working at the food bank or that type of thing, then they can plug into that.
Yeah, it's one of those occupations where you really work in your community, in your neighborhoods, and I would think that makes it so much more rewarding because you're actually helping right there, people that you're maybe seeing out at Little League or out somewhere else. So now let's talk about buying a house or selling a house. What's the market looking like? Maybe we'll start with you, Erica. What's the market right now in buying and selling homes?
The market's actually really still hot. We are still getting a lot of people coming from the Bay Area. And so that's keeping our buyers and sellers, people are still, it's actually busier right now this year than it was last year at this time. So it's good. We're still doing great.
And how important are interest rates? I mean, they're remaining low, but what kinds of concerns do people have about the interest rate and how that affects their payment?
I think that people will always have a concern about the interest rate because when it's low, they wonder when it's going to go high, and when it's high, they don't want to buy at the time. So we always just say that people are always needing to buy and sell homes regardless of the interest rate. Of course, it makes some people, or a lot of people, probably think about it, but right now they're low, so people are still capturing great rates, getting great deals on their homes. It's keeping our home prices. So a lot of times what we see is when the rates start to go up, home prices come down. So it can kind of be 12 in one hand, dozen in the other. But right now we're doing good.
So Cassandra, we've seen the prices go up, especially in the areas of Folsom and El Dorado Hills and the areas where you focus on. How affordable is it to buy a house now? I mean, is it a lot tougher?
Of course, it's tougher, but we also see salaries going up to reflect it. And with the Bay Area money coming in, I still think that people feel like they can steal a house in these areas compared to the Bay.
Talk to us about your community. What's special about Folsom and El Dorado Hills, and why is that a great place to raise a family?
Oh gosh, How
long do you have?
I know. It surprises me. I mean, Folsom, continues to get awards about being one of the best places to live in the entire country. I think that what I see primarily is that there are a lot of people like us that have little kids who don't have family, like parents that are local to help out. So it becomes this extension of your family with friends. So if your child is sick and you're at work, you call a friend and they go pick up your child, or somebody's carpooling, or you're always kind of helping each other out. And I think that's why we love working in our community, because every person we've ever sold a house to, we've become friends with. And people are connected. It just becomes this big lifeline of friends who become a family.
And thinking about that, we're customer-driven business models and cultures. Those are important. What do you do, Erica, to kind of ensure that you have the pulse of your customer and that your team has the pulse of the customer?
Well, it sounds cliche, but communication is key. You always want to be in contact. So I hear a lot of a lot of customers say, last time I bought my house, I never even heard from my agent, or I was doing all the footwork. So taking the extra steps ahead of time. So your clients don't necessarily know what to do first, right? So do the steps for them first and really advocate for them along the process. I just really think that we try to make things as breezy as possible for them, and because everybody wants to have a good experience. If you've had a bad experience selling or buying, or buying or selling your house, it can happen very easily.
Cassandra, what happens when somebody has a bad experience?
With somebody
Does that
else?
happen?
No, not with us. No, we have a lot of people who come to us who can say, I had this horrible experience. This is what happened. I think that, like Erica said, they don't understand their needs. They waste their time looking at properties that they wouldn't be interested in. The transaction doesn't go well. They don't inform them. Something happens with the lender. They don't get their loan at the last minute. I mean, there's any plethora of problems that could arise.
Yeah, you're in the transaction of a lifetime, typically with your client, and it's so important. You want to be with somebody who will help you every step of the way, and even after, even months after, potentially years after. I'll go to each of you. Just closing thoughts about being a realtor. What would you say to other people who are thinking, you know what, I like my job, but I don't love it? Why would someone want to become a realtor? And maybe even why would someone want to become a Haney Garcia Realty Group, Palladio realtor?
Go ahead.
Okay. I mean, I really think that there's an opportunity to be entrepreneurial, set your own hours, make as much money as you want to, really define your own destiny. You also get to help people. I mean, nothing feels better than handing the keys to a person and a family when they are so excited to walk into their home that they are going to live in, that they've been waiting so long to have. And then Haney Garcia speaks for itself. I mean, the community giving back, the support, just the wonderful environment.
Well, I want to thank both of you for coming on the show, and thank you for being my business partner. I don't contribute anything other than I am an investor, and I bring what I can to the party. But you know what? I hope that cultural-wise, we all share that same commitment to taking care of our clients and making sure that they end up with the best possible experience every step of the way. Marcus, you have some thoughts you want to jump in?
Yeah, speaking of best customer experience, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, 5 Star Bank, the innovative and entrepreneurial bank right here based out of Rocklin. And also, I want to give a shout out to Sun Systems Technologies, the folks that put the solar on the Golden One Center. If you guys need solar, visit sunsystemstechnology.com.
You betcha. And there's a little special shout out to their sales manager, Mr. Eric Vorbeck. I think it's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Eric.
30-something Eric Vorbeck. But next week, we will be having, it's going to be an incredible show next week. We're going to have my two buddies, Jordan Darling. He's the founder and CEO of Freeform Factory, right? The electric jet ski guy. And Tyler Smith, the founder and CEO of SkySlope, real estate software company. These two both ended up making major moves in their businesses that are going to drastically impact them, their families, and of course, our community. When we return, we will share our takeaways and our closing thoughts about the secret formula to creating customer-driven culture. Join the revolution at HaneyBiz.com, courtesy of Ethan Conrad Properties and the financial advisors, Stifel Financial. This is the HaneyBiz Project.